Hey gang, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of the Fishing Teacher, and really appreciate you guys watching today's video. Guys, today I just want to pass along one tip for October fishing, actually maybe even extending into November. If I could give you one piece of advice that'll help you catch bass in the month of October, we're going to get into that today. So also guys, I'd like to invite everybody, if you haven't had a chance, to please subscribe here to the Fishing Teacher. That'd be much appreciated, and that's a good way to help the channel out, so thanks. Okay guys, there's thing about bass fishing or fishing in general, there's always a lot of different ways to catch fish at any one given time. There is very seldom when you go to any lake or creek or whatever, there's usually literally dozens and dozens of different ways that you can catch fish. I mean, you can catch fish doing lots of things, but what you want to do is try to maximize your time on the water and catch the most fish the quickest and the biggest fish. So the piece I wanted to give you guys, if I can give you one piece of advice, is to focus your October and early November efforts on fishing a topwater lure. This is probably the #1 time of year to fish a topwater lure. If I look back in spring, you know, early summer, early fall, all that type of stuff, there's not a better time. When that water temperature starts getting down into the upper 50s and 60s and around 70 degrees, the mood and the personality of the bass will shift, and they really get keyed on attacking topwater lures. Now, a lot of it just depends on the lake you're fishing and the water clarity as far as the type of the topwater. You know, say for example, if the water clarity in the lake you fish is under 2 foot in visibility, a topwater like a buzzbait is going to be your #1 choice. It's something a little bit noisier. And as your water clarity increases, say it gets to 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet, there's other lures that come into play, like a popper or a whopper plopper or a walking topwater like a spook or a prop bait or something like that. But the main thing is you have to put it in your hand and throw it, because in the fall, the bass feed all day long on topwaters. They're not feeding topwaters, but they'll bite a topwater all day long. And you have what is called bite windows. Now those bite windows occur periodically throughout the course of the day, and a lot of times you don't know when they are. Obviously, early in the morning, late in the evening, or in low light conditions is going to be the best time to catch the most fish on a topwater. But you're not going to have that all the time. You're going to have about a 2-hour window in the morning and the evening for that to work. And you can't determine if it's going to be cloudy or rainy out. So you have to, fish with the conditions you have. So even if it's sunny or partly cloudy, if you put that topwater in your hand and just fish it all day long, there may be like a little 45-minute or hour window, maybe at 9:30, maybe at 11:30 in the morning, maybe at 1:30 in the afternoon. There'd be little windows where those fish will bite a topwater lure, and if you're not fishing it, you're going to miss out on that. So if I could give you like a general foundational rule as far as the type of topwater to throw based upon where you're at. If the lake you have that has less than 2 foot of visibility, throw a buzzbait. If the lake you has say 2 to 4 foot of visibility, this is a real good time for a diversity of topwaters. The buzzbait will still work under some conditions. A walking topwater is really good. Some type of a propeller bait like a devil's horse can be good. And one of my favorite lures again is a popper, like the old Pop-R or the Megabass Pop Max, especially if you can find some riprap, guys. Fishing a popper around riprap in the fall is like almost guaranteed to catch some fish. And if you have water visibility over 4 foot, like real clear type conditions, almost exclusively some type of a walking bait like a Zara spook or something along those lines that creates a lot of fast motion on the surface that you can work fairly fast is going to produce a lot of fish. Most of the time you're going to find out the dirtier the water, the slower topwater you need to fish, and the clearer the water, the faster. So anyway, guys, take advantage of it. It's a really good time to fish top. It'll last up until that water temperature starts getting down to about 55 degrees, and then it slows up a little bit. But it's a good time of year to get bit on it. So hope it helps.